Hey everyone, Lee Pogue here. I'd like to discuss Edge of Tomorrow and how I found it to be equipment for living to find the extraordinary in the ordinary. The movie Edge of Tomorrow, 2014 film. It's an American science fiction film based on a Japanese graphic novel. It stars Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Tom Cruise's character, William Cage, is the unlikely hero who is a public relations officer with no combat experience, who essentially gets thrust into combat and becomes the only person that can save the human race through his time loop acquired capabilities. He goes on to receive the help of Rita Vrataski, played by Emily Blunt, who had previously had the same power, and coaches him through the process in this live, die, repeat scenario. Kenneth Burke coined the phrase equipment for living. He applied it to any speech, poem, pieces of discourse, and how they provide a strategy for encompassing a situation, and that rhetoric offers strategies for dealing with that situation. He also expanded it to any work of art generally. Brummett focused specifically on film and how film can help reveal a lot about the audiences that watch various films. As I looked into this and various approaches and thoughts around this type of film, it's a science fiction film with a time loop concept, and sci-fi uses scientific concepts to make the fictional aspects of the story more believable. Menadu and Cheer talk about how it's a bridge between all cultures, and it's able to summarize nightmare fears, myths, and inescapable concerns of people today. Olson, I think his quote's great. Time loops raise big questions of choice and fate from the get-go, and they pull philosophical complexity out of the most banal scenes. A time loop can turn repeating events into puzzles with infinite solutions, or into setups with numerous punchlines, which William Cage's experience throughout the movie is definitely a setup with numerous punchlines. Brummett's approach, talking about homology and how a film is, or a piece of recorded art is able to be more relatable as it can provide comparisons to real life. I feel that this type of movie, when it comes to equipment for living, applies well to military members who deploy for extended periods of time and are caught in a never-ending time loop, Peace Corps volunteers who go to faraway places for 2-3 years at a time, missionaries of various faiths. I was a Mormon missionary myself in South America, spent over 700 days down there, and they were, as a 19, 20, 21-year-old young person, I thought it would never end. Graduate students as well, especially med students or doctoral students, are caught in this just, when is this school going to end? And I feel that while it can apply to a lot of people who feel like the mundane drags on, I think these groups of people could especially relate. To me, The Edge of Tomorrow provides examples of finding meaning in the mundane. William Cage's character goes from being a self-serving, blackmailing, egotistical individual to somebody who's willing to sacrifice himself and make hard decisions for the best, for the good of humanity and the good of those close personal relationships that he develops. He uses small experiences to reinvent himself into a better person. The way he physically moves, the way he strategizes in combat, the way he tries to interact with people to get better results. As mentioned before, relationships, it teaches how relationships can be a catalyst for motivation to change. It kind of alludes to the fact that he may have romantic feelings for Rita Vrataski, but he's very interested in making sure that she comes out of it okay. And he rises to an occasion. He becomes the type of person I think many people would like themselves to be. I deployed from 2016 to 2017. I watched this movie 20 or 30 times while I was there, and I found that there were aspects of it that I could relate to more and more each day. The final quote that I really appreciated is this one from Olson. Time loop-based movies help the viewer see that at times the character comes to see he isn't stuck in a hellish situation so much as he's made it one himself. That life really is what we make of it. And William Cage, the hero, comes to appreciate the situation he's in and make the best of it.